Hey everyone, welcome back to another Make and Save Money with Me video. I bet you thought they had disappeared, but I'm bringing them back from today. So I'm going to start off just recapping from A to K. Then I'm going to go through K and then L for today as well. So I'm not going to edit this video. I'm just going to run through, and if I make any mistakes, then yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to start off with A and abundance. So I spoke about abundance and an abundant mindset. And I also mentioned about the secret check to the universe. I've still got this in my purse, and you can print this out from the secret website as well if you are into manifesting and the universe, all that kind of stuff. Next one I spoke about was B, and that was for premium bonds. So if you watched my cash stuffing video, I think a few weeks ago, I completed my Early Savings Challenge and I bought myself some more premium bonds. So there is savings challenges I'm sure that you would be able to purchase for premium bonds, or you can make your own premium bond savings challenge, which is what I did. And this is the savings challenge here. So all I did was I popped Early down, and there's different ways that you can save this. You can save 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So each Early is £5. You can save each letter as £5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Or you can use every letter in all of those £1, and that saves 25. The reason it needs to save 25 is because 25 is the minimum amount you can buy bonds for. So that's that. Next one I spoke about is cash stuffing, and if you're watching this channel, you probably will notice that I do cash stuffing videos every Sunday, or I try to do every Sunday. And cash stuffing has really helped me with my finances, so it's definitely something that I recommend for others to look into. And yeah, that is cash stuffing. Next one was D, and that was dream boards. So I did this kind of before I thought of my other letter thing for D. So dream boards were kind of again about manifestation, the universe, and this was my 2024 dream board. I've not concentrated on this year. I've actually gone back to my 2019 dream board, and I'm trying to work my way through. Yeah. So eventually I will get to what's on here. I was going to do one thing off each of the dream boards, but I decided just to stick to the 2019 one. And I'm actually doing one of those things off the dream board tomorrow. So yeah, look out for that. Next one was I thought about digital content creating. So again, if you are cash stuffing and you're not doing it online on YouTube, it may be something that you want to start doing. Also, you may want to create something like a Finsta, so like a financial Instagram page. There's all different ways that you can create content digitally. Instagram, blogs, podcasts, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so I would definitely look into that if it's something that you want to get into. Even creating things for Etsy is another way of creating a form of income as well. So that is digital content creating. Next thing was my E for emergency fund. So I did print out a Cashbook Cute tracker for the emergency fund. And if you are watching my cash stuffing videos, you will see that I am saving up and using my savings challenge tracker in my challenge binder. At the moment, it has £1,050 in my emergency fund. So I really do need to grow that. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on for next year. Then we spoke about a financial reset. So this was just having a look at my finances, or having a look at your own finances, and just seeing if there's any kind of changes from your budget that you did at the beginning of the year. Obviously things change throughout the year. You may have changed jobs, you may have been off sick, you may have not had as much work as what you expected. So there's all different reasons to do a financial reset, and I would say to do it in the second half. So do it mid-year as another reset as well, or around September time, because that's when, if you've got children, they've gone back to school and you know what your finances are like as well. So this was my financial reset, and I actually changed a few things around, gave myself some spending money, changed my money that I was putting in monthly from premium bonds to my emergency fund, which I'm happy with both of those that I went through on there. And then I gave myself some extra goals. So these goals are just going to run until I've completed them. So it could take a couple of years. And the main one was the emergency fund and getting that up to £13,000. And it's also got on there about premium bonds, my Help to Buy ISA, my LISA, and also having some money in my savings account, which I can use as a bank buffer as well. So definitely, if you have changed circumstances, or even coming up to the new year in January, if you already know what kind of income you're going to be getting, you can already start to kind of work out your budget, especially if bills and things are going up as well. So then we move on to gifts. So this was creating your own gifts. As I mentioned before, you can sell these on Etsy. Also, I think people sell gifts on places like Instagram. And yeah, this was just kind of thinking of another way to earn some income. Also, as well as earning an income from it, it was about creating gifts for occasions like Christmas. So you don't have to spend so much money. You can maybe create a hamper and put a few little things in there which you know that they will like. And sometimes it's a bit more meaningful when you get a gift that you know someone's thought about more personally, rather than just a random thing you've gone to the shop and bought. So yeah, that is gifts. Next one was hustle. So this was doing talking about side hustles, but also talking more about how you can kind of use your own time to kind of time management and think of ways you can use your own time more productively. Like this morning, it was the change of the clock, so the clocks went back this morning. So a lot of people may have had an extra hour in bed. I actually woke up at 6 o'clock and used that extra hour more productively. So the next one was interest, and we spoke about compound interest, and that if you have a lump sum of money in a bank account and then you leave that money in the account that gets interest on it, if you leave the interest in the account, then it will get more interest on that interest, and that is compound interest. So yeah, I would always recommend, if you can do, to have, instead of having smaller amounts in, say, different money pots, putting them into one pot and having a larger amount to get more interest and more compound interest as well. And this was just a quote that I found that Albert Einstein said about compound interest, and that compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Then the last thing I spoke about was January, and that was basically a word that I hadn't heard. Well, I had heard of it on my banking app, but I never looked into it. And January is a thing, especially as we are coming now towards the end of 2024 and going into 2025. I think we still have bits of the cost of living crisis going on. We've got bills going up, and I think people generally are just trying to save more and spend less on things and budget, so because they may have not as much money to spend. So definitely I would recommend now is the time to think about January 2025. If you've got any financial goals, if you want to have a look at your budget and do that ready for the new year, all that kind of stuff. So, and also if you can do, try not to spend the whole amount. Say if you've saved some money for Christmas, leave a little bit to the side for January, and then you won't be worrying and you won't have January. Next one is we're going to talk about K, and I've put cash is king, and quite literally, because we now have King Charles on the banknotes and the coins. I had my first pound coin not long ago. So yeah, cash is king. So as I mentioned with cash stuffing, it's definitely something that's changed my finances, especially when you are handing your cash over rather than just tapping your card. I think sometimes when you have your card and you're paying, you're just tapping away, whereas if you are physically handing the money over, it's kind of a different feeling. So I would always say, if you can do paying cash, if you can obviously use your card. Sometimes there are some downsides to using your card. Some shops that you go into, more kind of local convenience stores, you have to pay over a certain amount to use your card. Like my local one, I think it's like £5 to actually use your card in there. So yeah, you end up spending more on the card than what you've actually gone in for. You may have only gone in to get some bread or milk. So yeah, I would always say, if you can do, pay cash and keep cash going around. And then lastly, which is the one that I wanted to speak about today, and that is 2024 is a leap year. And I don't know whether or not if you already knew that. So it has 366 days in 2024. And from today, we have exactly 66 days left until the 1st of January 2025. So I thought it would be a great time to mention it today on this video. So if you are thinking of any kind of financial goals that you set at the beginning of the year, you may want to have a look back at those and see if there's anything you can do in these last 66 days of 2024 to achieve those goals, and you know you've got a certain time frame to achieve them before the 1st of January. So yeah, that is my video for today. If there's anything else that I think of, I will pop it down in the description. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be back with another one next Sunday. So yeah, if you have enjoyed it, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you again next Sunday. Bye.